Dan Pashke. I'm a product manager with John Deere's compact utility tractors out of our factory in Augusta, Georgia. We are very excited to have everybody out here today. We've got some exciting new things that we'd like to show you that's taking place in the compact tractor industry. Now tomorrow we'll spend a lot of time talking with you about the different customers that we serve and kind of what that market looks like. But today we want to primarily focus on some of the innovation, some of the new product features that we have to share with our customers. We're down here training our dealers this week on some of the new exciting products that we have. I got a couple of folks I'm going to introduce that are going to help me out. Scott Geyer here works with our Frontier equipment, and then Kevin Brandstetter as well. They're going to help me demonstrate a few different things. One of the key things that we've been working on with compact tractors, because the biggest chunk of this market is relatively new to the tractor world. Those of you that are involved with the rural lifestyle, or the large property owner as we like to call them, the folks that are buying 10 acres, wanting to move outside of the city, they got their horses, they've got some land, some pastures to take care of. I'm sure all of you are very familiar with this type of customer. There was tremendous growth in the last several years for this type of customer in North America. And there was a big need for an equipment manufacturer to come alongside and partner with these folks, because in general, a lot of them are not farmers. They don't have extensive equipment backgrounds. In a lot of cases, they are doctors or lawyers or bankers or marketing folks, sales folks, something from another profession. And they didn't have all the experience that it took to know how to run equipment, to know what to buy, what to need to buy. And that was where John Deere and our John Deere dealer network really came in and made just the perfect match for these folks. Because we have oriented ourselves to provide solutions to these customers, not just tractors and loaders, but actual full solutions. Everything that John Deere can offer, from the actual equipment to our landscaping supplies through our John Deere Landscapes division, to the trailer to put the equipment on and get it out to their house. We will provide all that. We'll give them one source of financing so that they can buy a whole package of sweet package of goods for their property and be able to get to work. And then the dealers will partner alongside in education and safety and make sure they know what they're doing. So a couple of tractors we pulled under the tent that we want to do some demonstrations for you to show you some places that we have really decided to focus on in order to take care of these customers better are these two behind me. What I have is two examples from our compact utility tractor line. When we say compact utility tractor, there's a couple of specifications that sort of define that. In general, you're looking at about 18 to 50 horsepower, somewhere in there. And then the combination of 18 to 50 horsepower plus somewhere around 4,000 pounds or less in terms of gross vehicle weight. That's what sort of defines a compact tractor. Once you get larger in that in weight and horsepower, you generally move up to the utility tractor size. So when we say compact tractor for John Deere, we're usually talking that 18 to 50 horsepower and somewhere less than 4,000 pounds. Okay? And with John Deere, we have three different sizes. We call them small chassis, mid chassis, and large chassis. And the two examples behind me are two items we plucked off of our mid chassis line. And you'll see some more of this tomorrow, but one of the things that we've tried to do to make sure that we can provide product that's right for the different segments we serve within this business is have two distinct lines. We have kind of a standard line, which is a very basic tractor. It's an entry point for us to get into the John Deere brand. And then we have more of a premium line where we get higher features, higher specifications. The tractors become much more versatile, and we get a lot more options, things like cabs with air conditioning and radio and all that sort of stuff. So I've got an example of one of our premium tractors here behind me. This is from our 3020 series lineup. And then an example from our standard lineup over there, which is one of our new 3E tractors that we are just introducing to our dealers. We showed these on RFD TV live the first day that dealers were able to order them on September 15th, and we're going to start shipping our new 3E tractors next week. So what I want to do is show you kind of three very unique things to John Deere, some places where we saw an opportunity. There was a gap in the market in terms of what our competitors were providing, what we were even providing, and we saw an excellent opportunity to provide a product that was custom tailored for these particular customers. On this tractor, we have a transmission that we developed for the first-time buyer. You can see the decal here. It's called Auto HST. What Auto HST is, it's intended, HST stands for hydrostatic transmission. And that's a fairly common term in the tractor world for hydrostatic transmissions. Usually it's a hydraulic pump that runs the transmission. And usually you use some type of pedal arrangement to make it go forward and reverse. What we did with Auto HST was we wanted to make that as much like an automobile as possible for that first-time buyer who doesn't have any tractor experience, and they get out of their automobile and they sit on a tractor and they look at it and they don't know what any of the controls do. So we've tried to make this as familiar as possible compared to any other tractor out there. So what you have on the front here, on the far left side, there is a shifter that's forward, neutral, and reverse, just like a car would have. So they see the letters on that, they get on that, they know exactly what to do. You put it into gear, and then you have a single pedal. This is kind of your go pedal. Once you pick your direction, you press the pedal in one direction and it goes one way. You pull the shifter back the other way and it takes you in reverse. And then a single brake. You'll see that that's pretty different than a lot of tractors out there. A lot of times you've got split turning brakes from the ag world. A lot of other hydrostatic transmissions have more than one pedal or a boomerang shaped pedal. There's all kinds of different stuff out there. So the intention here was to create something that was as automotive-like as possible so that customers who have no tractor experience at all can get on this tractor and make that work. So Kevin, why don't you come out? We'll have Kevin show us a little bit of how that works. There's one other unique feature with Auto HST, and that's the engine speed is tied to that pedal there, and Kevin's going to demonstrate that here in a second. When you press the pedal, not only does your ground speed increases, but your engine speed goes up as well, which is critical for a lot of tractor applications. And again, just like the car that the customer probably drove up in, they don't have to decide, do I need to set my hand throttle here and do all these sorts of things. It's like the two just work in unison. So show us how that works there, Kevin. As he presses the pedal, you hear the engine revving up as well. That's not the way a normal tractor behaves. Generally, you have just a function of split. And then as you see here, we're going forward on the front, shifting it forward, and as you go. Now in reverse. And you can hear the engine working along with the transmission there. The next thing I wanted to show you guys, and you'll get an opportunity to try this yourself, is what we're calling our new Auto Connect mower decks. Hooking up mid-mower decks is a big challenge, and just about everybody who buys a compact tractor is doing some type of mower, is running some type of mower, whether it's on the middle of the tractor or it's on the back end of the tractor. That's a very, very common application. And the mid-mower deck is going to do the best job. It's going to give you the nicest, most precise cut, but it also tends to be the toughest place to hook an attachment up to. So we've tried to take all the work out of that with our new Auto Connect system. And what that does is it allows the operator to be able to drive over top of this mower deck, and it will automatically connect the mower deck and the PTO shaft, which turns the blades, all from the seat. You don't have to get out. So we'll show you how that comes off. Goes back on. Take it off, you simply lower the deck to the ground. There's a bracket on each side. Now he's loose from the mower deck, and he can back off. That's all it takes. It'll disconnect the PTO shaft and the mower. And he can just drive right over the top of that. First is having to pull that deck out the side. Every other mower deck in this industry, you have to slide and use the traction. Now what he'll do is he'll drive back over, and you guys that are on this side can see real well. There's a PTO coupler there that will connect the PTO shaft along with the mower deck. Raises the mower deck up. He's 100% connected right there. Didn't even have to get off the tractor. Not only the mower deck is connected, but the PTO shaft that turns the blades. This is an industry exclusive. We're the first ones to market with this, and this is fantastic technology that is just now coming out. We started shipping these mower decks about 2 weeks ago, and I can't tell you how excited our dealers are to get these out in the marketplace because they know what a difference this is going to make for customers. That mower deck right there weighs about 375 pounds. So you can imagine having to try to pull that thing out from underneath it there. Generally you have to do it on hard, smooth concrete, and it's still a big challenge in that regard. So this is a great example of where we're trying to address connectivity.